everybody, and welcome to the Adventurous Joe Show. I'm your host, Joseph Michaels. This is episode number 9, so that means next week will be our 10th episode. Yes! Also, this week we have some grand plans in store. Well, news anyway. 2 movie reviews that I went and seen over the weekend. Man of Steel and The Fast and the Furious 6. How'd they turn out? I will let you know. Also, LivinPink got 2 great interviews at MLG with both Tara Babcock and Benjamin, Demuslim Baker himself. So, stick around for those interviews. They're going to be great. Also, Tara Babcock last week celebrated her 10th episode of Tara Talks. And Tara Babcock is also doing a free giveaway. Say what? This would make Stewie start wanting to talk and say something like,
What the deuce is all the commotion?
Yeah, like that. Anyways, we also have a comic book review of The Superior Spider-Man. Trade paperback, volume 1. How'd it turn out? It's not pretty. I'll tell you that much right now. So, also, to wrap up the show, we're going to have a video game review of Family Guy Back to the Multiverse. Not a pleasant sight with this one, but it was still a good game, nonetheless. I'll tell you all about it, and more. Welcome to the Adventurous Joe Show. Let's get started. Okay, movie review of The Man of Steel.
If the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?
Now, I was all sketchy at first about going to see this film, okay? And, from what I heard about how it had been redone, how it's being done, and everything else in between, I just wasn't sure about it, you know? And I decided, why not? Check it out. Okay, I did. And here's the end result. 1, you've got it starting off with him as a baby, leaving Krypton, in the middle of a freaking war zone. That's right, Krypton was at war. General Zod was leading his men against the elders and stuff and blowing the hell out of the place. And in the process, if you haven't seen the film yet, you might want to skip this review. Also, in the process, Superman's father, Jor-El, gets killed. Not from the explosion to Krypton, but by Zod himself. General Zod literally stabs him right through the gut. Yeah. Painful. But at the process of things, Zod and his people are frozen just before Krypton explodes. Okay? Now, here's the real kicker. It jumps from Superman as a baby, crash landing on Earth, to him as a full-grown adult working on a fisherman's ship. You know what I mean. A fishing trawler. He's literally a full-grown adult man working on a fishing trawler. Trying to keep what they call a low profile. What? There's just so much that blew my mind about this frickin' film. I was like, why did they do it this way? Literally, why did you do it this way? And then the flashbacks. Oh, for the love of God, I hate flashbacks in movies. When you do a flashback from being an adult to showing what you're like as a child again and stuff like this, and how this and that happened, it can drive a person insane when it's almost through the entire film. Ugh.
This is your revenge for all those rabbit season signs I put up every year, isn't it, sadist?
Man of Steel, it just was different. I'll give you that much. Not to mention, the whole thing that, if you remember right, a couple weeks back, there was a big news story about how Man of Steel caused a major controversy among what happened in the film. What happened in the film? Zod was killed by Superman. Not like, oh, I'll just destroy you, knock you dead, and so on and so forth. No, Zod was literally trying to kill innocent people. Superman was holding him in a neck choker wrestling move. And without hesitating any further, he snapped his neck. Then he was sitting there crying like a baby about it. You just saved innocent people and you're sitting there crying like a baby because you killed someone. Someone that was trying to kill others. Innocent lives. And you're crying about it. Well, here's the end result. In the beginning of the film, through the entire movie, Clark Kent was not a reporter for the Daily Bugle. Planet, Daily Planet. Daily Bugle, I forgot, was for Spider-Man, Peter Parker. That one etched out badly. The Daily Planet. He, in fact, does not come a reporter for the Daily Planet until the end of the frickin' film. Zack Snyder went back and redid this film, and he killed it. I am like, you've already got the green light to get a second film out of this new reboot, and the first one was not that great. Okay, end result. Perry White, black, not a white man, but played by a black man, which is Lawrence Fishburne. End result, Lois Lane is not like Lois Lane that we all knew. She's not like this big damsel in distress kind of woman and shit. She's literally out there trying to do everything herself and causing trouble in the process, like Lois Lane from the Christopher Reeve movies. And Superman crying over the fact he had to kill his enemy. Okay, people. End result, 8 out of 10. I'm sorry, but Man of Steel just literally had me wanting to rip the theater seat I was sitting in. Just rip it right in half.
Like this year, we're keeping the judges inside for a change.
Whew. Luckily, I'm not that strong like that. So, I suggest, if you want to see Man of Steel still, go see it for yourself, see what I'm talking about. But in all cases, I still give it an 8 out of 10 because it was horrific in many ways. So, that's it for that movie review.
Guys, they got a tank.
We talking vehicular warfare.
This is not what we do.
The movie review for The Fast and the Furious 6. Loved it. Now, I gave this one a 10 out of 10. Why did I give it a 10 out of 10? Because it was the best damn Fast and Furious film out of the first 5 I had ever seen. And it was non-stop action. Unlike the first 5 films, where you got the boring little storyline and so on and so forth building up into the action, this was just non-stop action. and I loved it. Every moment of it. I was just literally in all my glory going, yes! Okay. To explain a few things. One, as you all know, in Fast and the Furious 5, when it all ended, The Rock, which is Hobbs, found out that Michelle Rodriguez's character, Letty, was still alive. Now, in this one, they're trying to get Letty back from this guy and his group that are literally ripping off armored convoys and stuff. So, Dom and Brian have to reassemble the team, who are now scattered all over the world. Literally scattered all over the world. And get them back together to take down these guys and get Letty back. The problem is Letty's been brainwashed to the point that she has no memory of Dom or any of the gang. She literally does not know them. And all through the film, she's got this attraction still to Dom, but played by Vin Diesel, but she has no memory of them. No memory of him, no memory of the lives they had together and stuff. Nothing. And in Fast and Furious 4, this is how she was. She literally had lost her memory, and everybody thought she was dead. Now, the villain that they arrested, Vargas there, at the end of the Fast and Furious movie, number 4, they had him in prison in Los Angeles. Brian had to literally fly back to Los Angeles as a prisoner himself, get checked into the prison, to find out more about what's going on and who this Shaw character is. Well, it turns out Shaw is like a mercenary for hire. He found Letty because he was assigned to kill her. And when he found out she had no memory whatsoever, he took her under Vargas's orders and brainwashed her. Made her think she's part of his group. And that Dom and them are the enemy. And so when she literally ran into Dom, she shot him. Just like you saw in the trailer. She literally shot him. But in the end result, she still has no memory of them because of all the brainwashing crap. But in the end result, they get the bad guys taken down. They lost a member of their team, which was the Chinese guy's girlfriend, Giselle. And the team literally is back together in Los Angeles again, living under the same roof and all this stuff, having fun and everything. Except the Chinese guy, he goes back to Tokyo. And here's the real kicker. Like I said before in the Man of Steel review, if you have not seen the film, skip the review of this review right now. Because this is the shocker that ends all shockers and tells you who your next villain's going to be for the next film. Because literally, the Chinese guy gets T-boned by this car, unknown car. And who walks out of it? Jason Statham. My freaking God, I was just going, holy shit! Right there in the theater, I was just literally going, holy shit, like a few other people. Jason Statham walks out of the car. He's got Letty's necklace in hand, her cross necklace. He throws it into the guy's car as it's all flipped over and shit. He literally throws it into the car, gas is leaking from it and stuff. He gets on the phone, calls Vin Diesel's character, Dom, and tells him, Dominic Toretto, you don't know me, but you soon will. And then, boom, the Chinese guy's car just explodes. And it's like, holy shit. Vin Diesel's going to take on Jason Statham in Fast and Furious 7. I am just loving this. I cannot wait for this. So, end result, Fast and the Furious 6 gets a 10 out of 10 because it was just that damn good. You haven't seen it? Go to the theater and see it. It's still there. I recommend seeing it because it was wonderful. I enjoyed it. Non-stop action. Nonetheless, less of the drama kind of crap that they always had in the other films and so on and so forth. Like I said, I enjoyed it. 10 out of 10. And that's it for the movie reviews. Okay, now, comic book review time. This is the Superior Spider-Man. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Superior Spider-Man is not your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man anymore. He literally is a brand new Spider-Man. It's still Peter Parker under the mask, and he's still Spider-Man, but there's a twist. Peter Parker is now got a new inhabitant in his body, and his name is Otto Octavius. That's right. Dr. Octopus is now Spider-Man. Otto Octavius and Peter Parker's is in Peter Parker's body. Spider-Man Peter Parker, his mind was trapped in Otto Octavius's old body when it died. Now, part of his memories are still keeping Spider-Man alive, keeping this Spider-Man on the straight and narrow. But it don't last forever, because here's the real kicker. Not only is this Spider-Man changing Peter Parker's life, but he is also changing it so the villains are all going to literally hate him. And when they find out who he is, they're really going to hate him. Now, take a look at this. This is the artwork for the Superior Spider-Man. Now, this is just Volume 1 of the trade paperback. Volume 2 is set to come out sometime in the next couple of months, probably around September or even October yet. And already, it is causing major controversy. People hate it and love it at the same time. Now, if you're new to the Spider-Man scene, this probably is a little shocking and new to you. But if you're an old favorite and you loved how Amazing Spider-Man was going and stuff until they decided this, you're going to hate it. Because right now I'm on a love-hate scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the highest and 1 being the lowest. And this literally is unreal. Now the price tag on it is $17.99. And it only contains the first 5 issues. It's a little steep, but I got mine from Amazon for about $10 on pre-order. So it wasn't too bad. But either way, it's still a good read. I recommend picking it up. Check it out and let your own mind decide. Superior Spider-Man Volume 1 trade paperback gets an 8 out of 10. Okay, moving on. Now, as I was saying, Tara Babcock is doing a free giveaway. That's right. End of July, she's planning to pick 2 winners. And all you have to do is check out her video and sign your name at the bottom and say what you want for the free giveaway. You know, because she's giving away 8x10s, 7x12s, and so on and so forth. Even a mouse pad. I mean, there's some good stuff getting given away in this. Now, the only participation you got to do is write on there what you would like from the free giveaway, and along with your email address. And then, end of July, she's going to pick 2 winners. 2. And you'll know if you're a winner or not if she contacts you. If she don't contact you, then it's bye, guys. Go check out her website and her online store. You can get the stuff from there, but you'll just have to pay money for it.
No! 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 No!
Anyways, here's Tara Babcock now to tell you more about her free giveaway.
Oh, hey guys. So today I have something that's going to be really awesome for you guys, and you guys are going to love it. I'm like 100% sure. Do you know how I'm 100% sure? Because it involves free shit for doing next to nothing. I know you guys love free shit for next to nothing, right? It's giveaway day! Woo! So I think you guys remember on my social networks I tweeted, I Facebooked, I Instagrammed. Well, maybe I didn't Instagram because, I don't know, I don't Instagram very much. I kind of only Instagram when I'm like laying on the couch bored and I'm like, damn, I should just take a picture of myself and upload it. Anyway, on my social networks I talked about how I was going to do a giveaway when I get to 10k subs on YouTube, and I've surpassed that by like 1,700 subscribers. So thank you so much for subscribing and getting me way past that mark. I decided to give back a little, right? Because that seems like the normal thing to do. Now the prices aren't that great that you're going to be getting from me. Unfortunately, I don't really have any sponsors or anything like that, and this is kind of just something I threw together like instantly once I got the idea. So this time around it's just going to be a trial thing. Prizes are going to be things like autographed 8x12, smaller autographed images as well, and the coveted Tara Babcock mouse pad, which I'm going to probably pan away right now and show you guys what those products look like, because let's face it, I could have just held it up, but then I have to work with all the glare of the lights and stuff like that. By the end of July, because basically I'm lazy and I kind of want to extend this and give a little time for you guys to comment and enter, I will be choosing a couple of you guys to receive these gifts. So let me know down in the comments what you guys would like. If you guys would like the 8x12, the 5x7 I think it is, or if you guys would want a Tara Babcock mouse pad. And just tell me what you want and give me your email address, and I'll pick at random some people who win. So should be pretty cool, right? I mean, free shit for nothing, right? It's pretty good, hopefully. I think I'll do another one of these when I reach 1 million video views too. And then after that, I think I'll do it at 50k subscribers. This is wishful thinking here. I do really hope that I become somewhat YouTube famous. I want to do gaming, I want to do more RTVs, I want to do more cool collaborations with other YouTubers. I'm really excited about the whole YouTube thing. As much as I love live streaming, I think I love YouTubing just as much. So yeah, again, leave your name, which one you want, and your email address. If you don't do all of those things, you won't be eligible. So don't forget to do that down in the comments. And thank you so much again. Keep watching and have a great day. Woo! Free shit! How amazing is it, right? It's actually kind of not that amazing. Down the line, I'll be thinking about giving away gaming gear like mice, keyboards, autographed stuff from esports and gaming, or something like that. It'll get progressively better, I promise. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and don't forget to leave your information down in the comments if you want some free shit. Bye, guys.
So, you get that? Okay. Once more, recapping, just in case you didn't pay attention to what she said in the video. There will be 2 winners chosen. 2. That's 2. 2. Number 2. Get it? End of July, 2 winners will be chosen. You'll be given whatever it is you are asking for from the free giveaway. But she will contact you via email if you're the winner. And like I said, if you're not, bye-bye. Just go to her online store and spend some money, if you got it.
What happens? Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
Shoot me! Shoot me now!
Okay, now, Tara Babcock also had a big event of her own last week called the 10th episode of Tara Talks. Tara Talks is a part of Zoomin.tv Games, and they had literally, well, she calls it her season ender. Now, everybody's saying she might come back for another one, or, you know, if you want her to keep doing Tara Talks or not. Personally, I think she's doing a great job. Now, all she has to do is convince everyone else. I mean, she's got a lot of fans out there. A lot of fanboys, a lot of fans, whatever you want to call them. Either way, you know, I'm one of them. I'm proud of her. I'm glad she made it to her 10th episode, because next week is my 10th episode, and I can't wait to show everybody what I got in store. Anyways, here's the kicker, though. She made a joke in it some people don't understand, and some people got it, but some, you know, were just like, what? Anyways, here's Tara Babcock with her celebrating her 10th episode of Tara Talks from Zoomin.tv Games.
Holy shit. Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of Tara Talks. Now that we've finally recovered from our shenanigans over at E3, I would like to give you some gaming news as usual. I've missed you guys so much in this format, sitting here in my living room-esque studio area talking to you guys about games. So first, I do want to talk a little bit about my highlights from E3. And first of all, Titanfall is the best Xbox exclusive. I'm really excited for that one. There's also a bunch of titles that I fangirl over like crazy. Like for instance, Metal Gear Solid 5, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. What else is there? Let me think about it. There is Kingdom Hearts 3, which is gonna be cool, and a bunch of other awesome stuff. I really think that Xbox kind of set the bar a little bit back to normal, and PS4 totally blew us out of the water. So I'm really, really happy about the next gen consoles. So this week we have a ton of cool game announcements as well as release dates, but first, of course, let's talk about the new Xbox One DRM changes. So it looks like Xbox One is switching it up and there's not going to be any weird DRM rules enforced on you. Microsoft's Don Matrix announced that any games you buy on disc are going to be able to be shared just like they are now. In addition, there is no always online shit, so that is really awesome as well. You do need an internet connection to set it up initially, but that's it. That's a big Xbox 180. See what I did there? Did you get it? Yay, so this is awesome, right? But there are a few things that you're not actually going to get to do now that they've changed the rules. No online sharing your game collection with 10 friends, or them sharing it with you either. No online account-bound storage of game licenses, unfortunately. We actually had this discussion over on our Facebook fan page, and we realized that you guys are still all for the PS4 instead of the Xbox One. Still. Now, while we're talking about hardware, let's talk a little bit about the changes to the price of the Nvidia Shield. They dropped it actually for like $50, which is pretty cool because it was really expensive to begin with. But at the same time, it's kind of funny because Nvidia was talking all about how they're just like boasting their new processor and everything is going to be only that purpose. It's not for, you know, like profit. But then they're totally trying to make a profit now. Why did they do this? Probably because they realized after E3 that consumer feedback showed that nobody is going to buy it if it's that expensive. No shit, Sherlock. If you're one of those Kickstarter addicts, you might be waiting for one of the Android consoles to come out. Well, the Ouya is set to be arriving at all backers pretty soon, but the GameStick has been postponed, unfortunately. GameStick is like this USB stick that comes with games on it and has a controller that reminds you of the NES, but their production is going a little bit slow. They underestimated the demand for this product, and now PlayJam is announcing that it's going to be coming out in August. The online zombie game The War Z is changing their name to Infestation Survivor Stories. Hammerpoint Interactive says it has something to do with overlapping trademarks and stuff. Maybe they're talking about DayZ or the Brad Pitt action movie World War Z. Or maybe it has something to do with the early clusterfuck of issues that they've had with running false advertisements. Valve even kicked them off of Steam in December. The Metacritic really says it all. If I were them, I would want a new name for my game as well if I'm trying to make a fresh start. Obviously. If you play games on your smartphone or your PC, it is very likely that you've played some free-to-play games. I mean, who hasn't wanted to spend a few cents to, like, upgrade your crops in Farmville or maybe even buy new skins in League of Legends? Well, Nintendo is actually thinking about taking the plunge and doing the exact same thing. The Japanese game company wants to make a free-to-play version of the submarine game Steel Driver. The game was released a little while ago on the 3DS already. I have no idea how this game will work as a free-to-play game. I mean, what can we spend money on? Oxygen? And if we don't, our character dies? I don't know. This is a huge and scary test for Nintendo, and that's probably why they're not using their biggest franchises on it. I mean, think about it. Think of a free-to-play Mario Party. I mean, that would be pretty crazy, buying new boards and new minigames. Or I mean, maybe even Animal Crossing. You can pay for more bells, you can make Tom Nook finish your house faster, if that's possible. I don't know, he seems pretty lazy. And that's it for this week's general news. Let's go ahead and jump into the game announcements.
We're sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Donation Games is now working on Hotline 2, wrong number. Expect more violence and a bunch more epic music. We at Zoomin.tv really loved the first game, so we're pretty pumped. Dutch game studio Paladin and Blind Ferret Entertainment are working together on a co-op hack and slash game called LFG, Fork of Truth. Yep, it is based on the comic series Looking for Group. You can find this on Kickstarter and you can get your own copy for only $20. Pretty good, right? And for those of you who want to play Thief 4 on your current generation consoles, you're actually in luck. Square Enix has announced that they are going to make an Xbox 360 and a PS3 version, which is pretty cool, but you got to keep in mind, this isn't going to be anywhere near the epicness of the next generation versions that we saw at E3. I mean, of course not, right? Now, talking about game announcements is pretty cool and all, and we're getting hyped for things in the future, but we can't play that shit. Let's talk about things that are coming out this week. The strategy game Company of Heroes will be released this Tuesday on PC. This time around, it's going to be about the Soviet Red Army versus the Germans of World War II. And I know I'll be playing it because basically I have this obsession with killing Nazis. It's a disease, I know.
An angel of death with no mercy, out to settle the score.
Biker action game Ride to Hell Retribution is coming to stores finally this week. This one is going to be about the former Nam soldiers who are in their 60s and they're living this like sex, drugs, and rock and roll lifestyle. Oh, and there's going to be something about revenge or something on some dead little brother? I don't know. It sounds pretty awesome. If you're in Europe, you can totally pick this up on Friday for the Xbox 360, PC, and PS3. If you're in the US, then you can pick it up today.
I'm not really hungry, but all right. Really didn't think this mask thing through, did I?
Now this is going to be a really cool one. Narcissistic mercenary Deadpool now finally has his own game. You can pick it up today in the States or Friday if you're in Europe. And this game is brought to you by the developers High Moon Studios, the same guys who brought you Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Deadpool is going to be available on the Xbox 360, PS3, and PC.
Gotcha. Ah! I got this.
Europeans can now enjoy the JRPG Time and Eternity this Friday. This game is going to be about Toki, who sees her husband dying at her own wedding and goes crazy and like uses her alter ego Toa to like track people down and seek revenge. It's pretty cool. Surprisingly, us in the States are going to have to wait till mid-July to see this title, which I'm pretty furious about. I mean, aren't we like superior to Europe in every way other than looks and fitness and awesomeness? See, this is why we get the game titles first, because it's like a consolation prize to like everything else that Europe is amazing at. We're down to the last game release of the week, guys. Can I get a drum roll? No? Okay, well, it's Game & Wario for the Wii U. Think a ton of fun minigames that are going to utilize the Wii U gamepad as well as the infamous Wii remote. The game has been available since Monday in the States, but you're going to have to wait until Friday to get it if you're in Europe. Haha! Now that we're done with all the gaming news and announcements and releases, let's jump into Tara's topic and get a little bit personal this week. So if you guys didn't know, this is episode 10 of Tara Talks, which is the last of the season. In between seasons, we're kind of going to take a week break where I'm going to travel to MLG and have some esports fun. Then we're going to come back and things are going to be a little bit different, but I'm not 100% sure exactly how different they'll be. But I'm 99.9% sure I'm still going to be your host and there's going to be even more gaming news, which should be awesome. But for this week's Tara topic, I kind of just wanted to ask you guys for feedback on how I've been doing. Watch the first episode, watch the 10th episode. Let me know how you guys think I'm doing in terms of, you know, just articulation, how I'm entertaining you guys, the gaming news that I'm presenting, how the editing guys are doing, just everything. Let me know how you guys feel and be honest. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I really do want to improve and make this the best viewer experience that I can. So, pretty simple Tara's Talk. Did I just say Tara's Talkic? I was just talking about I want feedback on my speech and then I suck at speaking. So yeah, simple Tara's topic this week. Let me know down in the comments and please like the video and subscribe to the channel, of course. Oh, and follow us on Twitter and YouTube. We are going to be huge on social networks soon. So Zoomin.tv Games is taking over the world. See you guys next week or next season. We have top 5 videos. We have top 5 videos. This is good. Did I say 4?
Yeah.
Fuck! Oh my god. Okay. Okay. We have top 5 videos. What the fuck?
Hang on. Right.
Okay, we're gonna make these quicker.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say fuck and then you're gonna go. I'm Tara Babcock, your host for Zoomin.tv, where I give you all of the great gaming news. Fuck.
Congrats, Tara, on your 10th episode of Tara Talks. Now, getting on to business. Speaking of Tara Babcock, she got reunited last weekend with her Team 2-Rax partner, LivinPink. And LivinPink conducted 2 great interviews. One with her, and one with Benjamin Demuslim Baker. That guy literally kicks ass when it comes to StarCraft 2, people. Okay, so right now here's LivinPink with Tara Babcock's interview, and then afterwards her interview with Benjamin Demuslim Baker. Enjoy.
Hey guys, this is LivinPink for Flaming Cow TV, joined today by Tara Babcock.
Hi.
You were supposed to say it in French.
Oh no, you were supposed to say it in French, and I was supposed to say bonjour, Geneviève.
Good job. I'm proud of you. So last time I did an interview with you. We talked about your streaming debut and everything like coming up to the scene, but now it's been quite a while and your stream has grown considerably. So do you want to talk to me through that journey?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome when I started actually hitting over 1,000 viewers concurrent every single stream, which was awesome. And now it's back down to, I would say, about 500 to 700. I never really dipped below that. So it's been I'm really fortunate that I get that opportunity to go ahead and like spread esports to people that aren't necessarily into esports or gaming, because I have a lot of fans from the modeling and they come in and it's really cool, and a lot of people are like, I bought StarCraft because of you, I'm playing StarCraft now because of you, and that really motivates me to play more.
Did you expect like to get that many viewers?
I didn't actually. It was funny because my roommate and I were talking before I started streaming, and we were looking at Day 9's numbers, and he was saying in a year you'll have at least a third of what he has, which is like, I would say on average about 5,000 or something. And I almost hit that mark, which was pretty crazy because I never thought I would get more than like 100 viewers, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I never thought I would do well at all.
That's surprising. I expected you to do good, I guess.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, but some people have been like flaming you a bit about like how you present yourself in the stream and everything. What's your take on it?
Well, I mean, I think a lot of people in esports take things a little bit too harshly, and it is still like a niche community. So the fact that someone new is coming in, they always want to kind of like check through their credentials, see if they're, gonna do well by esports. And what I kind of do is I have this like troll personality where I'm like the supermodel nerd, right? And that's like so ridiculous, but I like making fun of myself, and I like kind of weeding through the people who are gonna be, not the kind of people I want in my stream, the people who can't take a joke and all of that stuff. And I like to just have fun and make fun of myself and be really honest and like show people what I'm all about and stuff. And I don't mind using that kind of marketing to draw people in because, my content is great. I have 1080p streams. I have, I do all of my own overlays and all of that stuff and backgrounds. And I work really hard on the quality, which is like what's most important. And I think if you watch my stream, you can tell that I have a lot of like passion to get better and actually improve in my gameplay.
Yeah, you did get to Platinum League, but you dropped again, but...
I did!
Talk to me about that.
So I got to Platinum League when HOTS first came out, or I think it was like season 2 actually. And I dropped back down the next season even though I was top 8 Platinum, and I was a little bit dejected after that. I was kind of sad. And then I started traveling for this new thing that I'm doing and started doing a lot more stuff. So I only got to play maybe like 3 times a week for like 4 hours, and it's just like I couldn't maintain or get better. So I'm just like mid-level gold now, but I'm hoping to, after I get back from here, stay home, play more, and actually get back up there. And now I have a new goal, which is Diamond, right? Because I've made it to Platinum. I'm excited. I gotta get there, man.
Jump straight up to Platinum, Diamond?
Yeah, I don't want to get to Platinum and then just be like, okay, this is easy, and just go, and get up to Diamond.
Damn. What did I want to say? I'm blanking.
Don't do it again.
Oh, I did it again. Why does it always happen with you?
I think I make her nervous.
I think you make me nervous, Sarah. I didn't even blink with anyone else. Blank.
Blink. She didn't blink.
I do interview without blinking. I'm like... I gave the creepy look. Yeah! It came back to me. You were talking about this new thing you're doing, which is the Tara Talks, everything with zoomin.tv. Pitch to me everything you do.
So zoomin.tv Games is a YouTube channel and a website, and they just do gaming, and they do mainstream gaming mostly, and gaming news. They do top 5s and the gameplay videos, a bunch of other cool stuff, retro games. And they picked me up because they saw me at E3 last year, and they're European, so they kind of like to market that whole like hot girl thing, but at the same time they've had a lot of trouble with like just hot girl hosts that don't know anything about gaming. And when they found out that I've been like a gamer my whole life, I have this like Mario tattoo on my foot, I've just like, it's all about me, so they wanted to kind of bring that in and market it that way with someone who's actually a gamer. So I've been doing weekly Tara Talks, and then I made a deal with them that if I do a Tara Talks with just gaming news, I could also do a Tara Tactics, which is about StarCraft strategy and stuff. And it's like low to mid-range StarCraft strategy because, I don't feel like I should boast like Masters, Grandmasters level skill. at this level. But I think it helps a lot of people. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from the community saying that, like, you know, it's helped me improve, and I add like little tidbits in there that, you know, maybe even Masters players don't know. Like the whole thing about, what was it, that, oh yeah, the Void Rays, their beam, you know how it like changed so you have to actually cast it?
Yeah.
That it only hurts more on armored units. So when people like use it on Mutalisks and stuff, it doesn't actually
do anything.
Yeah, stuff like little shit like that, or stuff, excuse me, that people don't necessarily like think about that much because they don't just like read through the Wikipedia and like learn all the facts. So it's been pretty cool.
And your YouTube channel as well has been growing, right?
Yes, because Zoom and Games has over 350,000 subscribers, and it's a pretty popular channel, so it's been kind of directly helping my marketing as well, which is awesome because I'm trying to bring up a lot of, like, I have StarCraft gameplay videos, I have retro gaming videos, and I also have like non-gaming stuff that I've been doing as well. So I really like YouTube almost as much as I like live streaming, so both of those kind of go hand in hand. What I do is I'll do a stream, and then I'll cut it up into like little highlights, put it up on YouTube, and then people who didn't watch the stream can watch the best parts.
And that must take a lot of time, right? I don't feel like people realize how much time you spend editing video. Every time I talk to you, you're like, I'm editing video right now.
Yeah, especially with the Tara tactics, because I do all of that on my own. Like, I have the green screen, I cut out the green screen, I put myself in the bottom, then I actually do record my own gameplay and stuff with my friends and stuff, like everything that I'm talking about. And cutting that in takes forever, so it is a huge commitment, and it's been pretty rewarding, and I really love doing it.
What's your next thing you want to do? Like, what's your plan? Is it more modeling, gaming, finding the right balance?
Well, I think I found the right balance, but it sucks because I wanted to do modeling and then I wanted to do some kind of like casting or hosting for esports. But now I also want to do hosting for regular gaming because I went back to my roots going to E3 with Zoom and Games and all that stuff. And I realized that I haven't been playing the console games and the retro games like I wanted to. And I do miss it because esports like sucks all of my time up. You know, if I'm not playing StarCraft, I'm sitting at the computer like relaxing with a game of League with my friends or something. So I'm never really in the living room with my PS3 or my Xbox. And I miss it. So now I kind of want to have these like 3 careers, you know. It's stressful to like try to find the right balance.
How was E3?
E3 was amazing. It was so amazing. Oh, God, I love it. I can't even like, I did an interview with the lead writer of Assassin's Creed and I was so nervous, but I totally nailed it and it was amazing. Like, seriously, that kind of stuff, like talking to developers, and it's just more than I could ever have dreamed of.
Is StarCraft your favorite game or is it Assassin's Creed? Because I know you talk about Assassins quite a bit.
StarCraft is my favorite game, definitely. I mean, if I'm going to put that much time into it, like streaming it at least like 3 to 5 times a week and stuff and playing it. You know, Assassin's Creed is just, when you play console games, it's more just like, you're going to play through it and it's going to be fun and it's going to be memorable, it's a great story, but it's more like a movie than it is actually like a lifestyle like StarCraft is.
Let's go back to like one of the previous topics I kind of talked about. Yeah, I wanted to talk about like how you felt versus like the other games, the other girls presenting themselves like in the StarCraft community and maybe even in the League community. How do you feel about like the whole girls approach to streaming?
Well, I mean, I think I'm quite different, and a lot of people will say that I'm not, but I feel like I have a bigger drive to be doing something better than myself, and I feel like a lot of people judge a book by its cover, but my cover is just based on aesthetics, and it has nothing to do with what I actually bring to the table in terms of content, personality, and all of that kind of stuff, and the drive that I have and the passion that I have for gaming and esports in general. So it's a little bit different, and the fact that I'm a perfectionist outside of my looks and also like with my content should show that it's a little bit different. I mean, a lot of girls get in there because they're in college and, you know, they're like pretty good looking girls, but they want a lot more attention from like a community of guys that will all just like really give them a lot of attention, and they know that they can maybe make a few bucks or something off of it. So that's probably a big motivator. And also there's the girls that are like, they live in Hollywood, they're trying to make their acting career start, so they're, you know, just like using this as a stepping stone for something better, which I totally feel bad when that happens. Like Olivia Munn with G4, you know, when she was hosting Attack of the Show, kind of feel like she wasn't really a legitimate gamer girl. She just kind of used that as a stepping stone for her acting career. And that's not something I'm interested in at all. My career started and will end with gaming, and I don't want to pursue anything further than that.
You mentioned attention. I saw a lot of people like say things like attention whore, but they say that to almost every girl. But how do you feel about that one?
I mean, everybody enjoys bringing attention to content that they work hard for, you know, and it just depends on like the depth of the reason that you want attention, you know? like, people get so mad when you make money off of doing something that you love, but it's like, that's so counterintuitive because that's what you want to be doing. You want to be spending your life doing the things that you love. So to me, it's just kind of, people need to lighten up a little bit and stop judging, because even if a girl is obviously just doing it for attention, any kind of attention brought to the community is good at this point, and I feel like the growth is good. And I know a lot of people feel like they're holier than thou and like need to pick and choose who is allowed to be in the community, but that's just a little ridiculous. And if you just don't, my opinion is, if you find someone that you really believe is just an attention whore and she doesn't belong, just ignore her and she'll go away most likely. And if she doesn't go away, then she probably has the drive and the heart to stay around.
You just mentioned pick and choosing. People kind of pit girls against each other. I always see like, this girl is better than that girl.
Absolutely, and that kind of like comparison is like detrimental to the like whole like idea. Like nobody goes in and like starts comparing people, like two pros that have never played each other or anything like that. Have nothing to do with each other.
I don't think I saw that, no.
Yeah, like maybe you'll compare like, let's say Demuslim and Idra, because if they're having a feud or something and they're on the same team, etc. Well, not anymore, but you know what I mean. And, but it's just like, they compare me to Lauren Elise, they compare me to you, which is fine because we're friends, you know. But it's like, we're totally different people. Like, just like rate us on our own personality, you know. It's like not even the same thing.
Yeah, and I kind of feel it personally upsetting when people are like, even if it's like beneficial to me, let's say they say, LivinPink is better than Tara, or Tara is better than LivinPink. I'm like, why do you have to do that? Like,
yeah, that has nothing to do with anything.
It doesn't even make me happy to see someone liking, like, one of the girls better than the other. I just feel like it's shitty.
And they don't even talk about our gameplay either.
No, it's like, about like the girl is better.
Exactly, it makes no sense. It's.
I guess everyone's allowed to have opinions and post it somewhere.
Yeah, that's what the internet is for, right?
Yeah. Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to do?
I do. Check my stream out on Twitch TV, twitch.tv/Tara Babcock, at Tara Babcock on Twitter, and what else is there?
Facebook.
YouTube. YouTube.com/model Tara Babcock, because someone took Tara Babcock. Can you believe it? And then Facebook.com/official Tara Babcock fans, because I've been deleted so many times. I had to keep adding on words.
Well, thank you very much for this interview, and enjoy the finals.
Thank you.
This is LivinPink for Flaming Cow TV, signing off.
Wow, that's some interview.
Please, Bugs. I can't take any more. I've had enough. Yeah, when it comes to cartoons, us old-timers only have a 6-minute attention span. Hang on, fellas. There's only 2 more to go.
Okay, now, Benjamin, excuse me, Benjamin, Demuslim Baker, is a world-renowned StarCraft 2 player. He goes to all the big events and gets his game on, so to speak. LivinPink had a nice interview with him, and here she is now to tell you more about it.
Hey guys, this is LivinPink for Flaming Cow TV, and I am joined today by Evil Geniuses, Demuslim. How are you doing this weekend?
Really good, really good. Tournament didn't go that well for me, but I'm still happy to be here.
But you had a pretty good set of games on stage, right?
I mean, they were pretty cool, like Sasquatch right over there. It was like a 2-1 series, and yeah, there was some pretty cool games, I suppose. And the last one, the crowd went really crazy, and yeah, it was good. It was a good series to play.
What was the highlight of the matches for you?
I mean, the last game, I think I was pretty far behind. I was playing without sound for the whole series, so...
Why?
The sound just wasn't working on my PC, and I couldn't get it fixed. So unit commands, like nothing was working. So I forgot lots of things like upgrades and what have you. But every time I heard the crowd, I could hear the crowd cheer or go like, and then there was one time where I was kind of walking over a baneling landmine, and then I heard the crowd kind of go wild, and I scanned like a few times, and then I walked onto it, and then got absolutely obliterated. That was pretty funny, despite it owning me. But the winning moment was really cool. I went out onto the stage, took a good swig of my Monster, and the crowd really loved it, so yeah.
And Monster liked it too.
Obviously, yeah.
Good job on that. Well, besides that, let's talk a little bit about the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, transitioning from Wings of Liberty to Heart of the Swarm, how do you feel like it impacted like the scene in general? Do you feel like it's very positive? Do you have things you don't like about it?
Extremely positive. Zerg dominated the scene pretty hard. Everybody knew about it. It wasn't like a well-kept secret. Like the top 5 win rates in GSL, they're all Zerg. Zerg did not lose a tournament, and it was a frustrating game to play. You had players retire, such as Select, because of the race show. And I mean, it's not as if everybody just kind of abandoned ship, but viewer counts and stuff went down too significantly. Whether that was just purely because of how stagnant balance was, or because the choice to watch Wings of Liberty or Heart of the Swarm, it was, what do you really watch? Like the game of the future or the game of now, when that one's not ready and this one's very broken. So yeah, there was a very big split in viewers, whereas Wings of Liberty, I mean, Heart of the Swarm has combined absolutely everything. The game is fresh. There's multiple strategies in every matchup. It's not as if you're just seeing Broodlord Infestor every time. And yeah, it's a fun game to play again. It's a fun game to watch again, and viewer counts across the board have like significantly gone up. So yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun with it.
You said some players like were retiring and kind of taking a break. Did you ever feel like retiring at some point?
Not retiring, so to speak, but if things carried on the way they did, I may have considered switching race, but...
To Zerg?
Yeah, at the time. I mean, it would have been a very unintelligent move staying with what didn't work, you know? It's just the same with strategies. Like, if there's an upcoming strategy that's really good, why wouldn't you play it? For example, Hellbots currently, they're really, really strong. There's no reason not to play them, so yeah, it was that kind of logic.
What makes StarCraft special for you? Like, why StarCraft more than another game?
I think the fact that StarCraft requires as much skill as it does is always kind of a grabbing point. It's a good hook. If I played a game that required less skill, I think I'd get bored. But also just the genre of the game, RTS, it's always been a game that you're rewarded for not only speed, but how smart you think and such. And decision making has always been something that you have to have something that keeps you on your toes, right? And StarCraft does exactly that.
Do you feel like decision making is your strength? What do you feel is like your biggest strength?
My biggest strength is definitely mechanics. I class myself as a pretty good multitask player. Within the North American scene, they know me. My style is like being known to be just greedy, and I try and get away with it as best I can. And more often than not, I can. But yeah, my strength is definitely my mechanics. I think I play pretty well.
What would you be doing if you weren't a StarCraft player right now? What were you doing before? What was your plan?
I'll be honest, I had no plan, and I kind of fell into the pro gaming thing. When I was much younger, I did swimming, and I was very good at swimming. I used to swim for my county and such, but gave that up shortly after getting into the pro scene. Like, I was 15 years old, and I ended up going to WCG Singapore, and from that point on, I just realized I really wanted to be a gamer. Besides that, in school, I studied like chemistry, maths, and business, but I really didn't enjoy it, so I don't know where I'd have been actually.
So you have no idea what you'd do?
Not a clue.
Let's say StarCraft disappeared, would you find another game to be like a pro gamer at?
There isn't really one that I love half as much as StarCraft, so it's a really tough question for me, and it's one that would take a lot of thinking about.
Are you still as passionate about StarCraft, or are you more passionate than before?
That's a good question, and I had a period of time where I felt I was doing really well in StarCraft, Wings of Liberty, and this is towards the start, and then I think I took it for granted way too much, and despite doing well in tournaments and what have you, I ended up breaking my arm, and then I broke my arm again subsequently, and I was out of the scene for a good like 4 or 5 months, like unable to play whatsoever. And I like to imagine my motivation like from being kind of zero, and I was just taking everything for granted. I really realized what I was missing. It's like the whole you don't realize what you've lost, or you don't realize what you've had until you've lost it kind of thing. So my motivation is just like a champagne bottle, just like being shaken up and like ready to explode, you know. And ever since that point, getting back into the game, I found it very, very hard to get back into, because I broke a couple of knuckles in my hand as well, and I had to relearn how to hold the mouse entirely. So from being like a palm player, moving about the whole arm, I had to completely learn how to play from the wrist. So everything was like a fresh start, and ever since that point in time, everything's been new, exciting, and yeah, I haven't lost any motivation or love for the game.
So you actually feel like it was a good thing? In a way, it's kind of like...
If I didn't break my arm, I'd have still been sailing and taking things for granted, I think.
What was the highlight of like your pro gaming career, like best moment?
I guess my very first tournament when I was 15, like I wasn't quite a pro gamer. In fact, I wasn't a semi-pro gamer or anything. I just, I went to WCG Singapore and I was 15. I went on my Todd and my parents always said like, you play too much and what have you. And then they realized like, wow, he's actually going to Singapore to compete for $20,000 first place and stuff. And while my chances were very limited, as I didn't realize what I was getting myself into, I ended up playing a guy called SK Hot. And Team SK, that's what MC plays for currently, but at the time they were the real deal. And I started like looking at pictures and seeing people with checks and stuff for like 10,000 euros, and I was just like, I was blown away at the time. I was 15 in school and what have you. But I ended up playing this guy called SK Hot in my group, and he was the European champion at the time, and I obliterated him like in the coolest games ever. Like I played so well, and I remember. All the pros at the time that I didn't really know who they were, they all like crowded around my PC and were watching me play, and I was extremely tiny, like tiny for my age and what have you. But after I did that, after I beat him, I went like 4 wins, 1 loss in my group, but I still didn't make it due to a coin flip, which everybody was kind of outraged. But you know, I didn't really care at the time. I was really happy with the experience, and I ended up getting picked up by a pretty good team. And then I was going through school with like a 300 euro salary at the time, and all my friends that were like pot washing and stuff like earned way less, and I was just playing video games, and it was a really awesome time in my life.
You mentioned your parents. How do they feel about it now? Are they just very used to it?
Yeah, they're very used to it, and like initially they were worried that I was just going to become like a basement dweller or whatever, you know. But I got offered a casting job very early on in StarCraft, which I turned down because I really wanted to compete, and my dad was a bit peeved at that decision because it was a lot more money than what I could make from the gaming.
You feel like that was the right decision?
Yeah, and I don't regret it at all. Although, like, money-wise, it would have been better, and still would be. I'd be more financially well off.
Today, if you would be casting?
Yeah, for sure. But no regrets whatsoever. I love gaming, and my parents. They like to brag about it too. Like my sister's just finished her university, but if my parents brag about their children, they'll brag about me mainly. So they're really chuffed.
What do they say when they brag about you? They're like, "Oh, my son." Blah, blah.
Oh, my son, he's in America, like doing this thing. Like they'll show pictures and what have you of like checks and stuff. Like my dad's especially proud.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to do?
Just shout-outs to all the fans, all the supporters. Wouldn't be here without you, so. That's very nice, thank you. Also shout out to Team Evil Geniuses, so they're completely bad. Team Evil Geniuses and its sponsors, Raidcall, title sponsor, Monster, Intel, Kingston. You've all been fantastic. Razor, thank you very much. Cheers.
Thank you very much for this interview. Thank you guys for watching. This is LivinPink for Flaming Cow TV, signing off.
Ooh. Man, told you that guy kicks ass when it comes to gaming. And speaking of gaming, it's time for the big roundup now. Video game review time. Family Guy, Back to the Multiverse for the Xbox 360. Unbelievable. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm giving this game an 8 out of 10. It's pretty repetitive. It's like, well, compared to the old Family Guy game for Xbox and PlayStation 2 and so on and so forth, like I was saying, the Family Guy, the old Family Guy game, it just was not up to par. This one, you got free roaming. Well, sort of. I mean, it probably pretty much lets you run all over the place and stuff. Now, the multiplayer thing is kind of dull and boring, but you get to play other characters like Lois and Peter and Stewie and stuff like that. But in the main game itself, you get to play characters such as Stewie and Brian, and going through different multiverses compared to what you went through, you know, in the other game and stuff. This one literally has Brian and Stewie taking turns between the multiverse inside different multiverses. The first one they go to is a Greek quad. Yeah, an entire universe of Greek quad crap. College crap. Basically, they rule this universe with the Greeks, Greek quad, so on and so forth crap. And here's your start menu.
Good evening,
Main
Cohog.
menu,
I'm Tom Tucker.
options. Main menu's got some
Good evening,
funny
Cohog. I'm Tom Tucker.
moments that
Can a
happen.
woman...
Now comes the loading screen. And this loading screen is exceptionally long. And I mean long. It took like 4 minutes almost to load this damn game. Just from the start. I mean, in the loading screen, you get to see funny things said from the show, hidden tips, so on and so forth. But it should never, ever take this long to load a game. Ever.
Hey, Stewie, look, something came up. I'm not going to be able to do the picnic today.
Oh, was that today? Oh, yeah. Oh, no way I can make that either. I'm canceling too, man. Wow, good memory though. I totally blanked on that.
Stewie Griffin!
My God, Bertram! But how is this possible? I killed you!
You only killed me in this universe, you fool!
Oh, so you got yourself a multiverse remote, huh?
Indeed I did!
Wait, hold on. Will someone please tell me what the hell is going on here?
Sorry, hang on one sec. You remember the multiverse theory?
Yeah.
It's the one about how there are alternate universes that coexist with ours on parallel dimensional planes. So, in each of these universes, the reality is different from our own. Sometimes only slightly, sometimes quite radically. This Bertram is from a universe where we never killed him.
Okay, I think I got it.
Sorry, not a genius. Now what do you want?
Well, I can't possibly allow a universe to exist without me in it. I'm traveling the multiverse, building up an army to exact my revenge on you. When I return, I'm going to destroy your universe completely. See you soon, Stewie.
Brian, this is bad. With a cross-dimensional army, he'll have no problem destroying our universe. Who knows what he's going to bring back here?
Well, what are we supposed to do?
We have to try and stop him before he can organize his attack. All right, Brian, we're going to need to arm ourselves. I'm sure he knows we're going to come after him. His armies are going to be waiting for us every step of the way.
You think maybe I can use one of your ray guns?
No, I get Stewie weapons, you get the boring stuff. That's what we're doing.
Fine. But how are we going to find him? He could be anywhere, right?
Luckily, I just updated my multiverse remote, so I have tracking software now. We'll be able to follow every move he makes. Hang on, Bri. We're going back to the multiverse. What the hell? Wait a minute, Brian, this isn't where we were supposed to go.
What do you mean?
I don't know, the remote's not working for some reason. You know, everyone said, get on the cloud, it's going to be great. And everything's been a nightmare since.
Well, can you fix it?
I don't have the proper tools. But maybe we can find someone who does.
All right, well, can you at least find out where we are?
According to the multiverse remote, this is a universe ruled by Greeks.
So, what does that mean? Fat, hairy philosophers in togas, or fat, hairy greaseballs in Speedos?
Oh yeah, Greeks have always been gross and still are. But no, it's not those kinds of Greeks, Brian. It's worse. It's frat boys.
Hey, those guys aren't like us. Get those knob gobblers.
Crap, Brian, run! We have to find someone to help us fix my remote! What's a knob gobbler?
You'll understand when you're older. Come on, Stewie, we gotta find someone who can fix the remote.
Pinatas? Really? What are we, 12?
Hey, you two. Do you want to pledge to our fraternity? Here's a Torah and some bacon to rub on your face so you break out.
This might sound a little odd, but do you know if there's like an electronics store or a creepy Armenian guy in a dimly lit apartment who can fix a multiverse remote?
Oh, I can help you get that fixed, but I'll require a service in return that's worth more than the service I'll be providing you with. We need you to help our fraternity throw a better party. We've been standing around complaining for hours, but that doesn't seem to be a party to the Gentiles. Here's some ammo. Now go shoot those lame balloons down. Oh, wait until I put my earplugs in.
I'm afraid to be out this late.
This party's lame. I think there's someone throwing up over there just because they're nervous. All right, Fry, here's the deal. Only one of us fighting at a time. Think of it like tag team wrestling. When you get hurt or too tired, tag out. Ryan, I don't like it here. All these Jewish kids sadden me.
I'm sweating profusely. Reflector so I could look at the constellations with a lucky lady.
Good, you shot all the balloons. Now, oh look, there's a sorority girl running down the street. I bet her dad's so rich.
Dude, wait until my bros see these nasty pictures of you.
Hey, get back here with those! I was gonna wait one more year before I leak naked pictures of me online.
You should go talk to that sorority girl and see what's the matter. Also, ask her how much her dad has in his retirement fund.
Great party, huh, guys?
Someday.
Oh my god! That scumbag stole pictures of me and my sorority sisters. I'll pretend to like whoever gets them back.
Nice nips. Wow. Someone should buy her a razor.
I'd say she's a low 7.
Get those guys! They're with the nerds!
How does it feel to buy your friends? Well, now I won't feel bad about crapping my pants.
And as you can see here, this is what happens throughout the entire game. Now this is your online store. You get to buy costumes and everything with the money you collected. You can also improve your weapons upgrades, along with health upgrades, items that you might need later on in the game. Anything that helps you, including your attributes. There's your health pool, your total amount of ammo rounds, increased clip size. There's just all sorts of things you can do with the money you earn throughout the game. But it gets repetitive over and then the next universe is an Amish universe. Then the next one after that is the handicapped universe. Yes, literally handicapped. Handicapped people, cripples, wheelchaired people take over this universe and they are the rulers of it. Wow. Then you gotta fight Santa Claus as well. And Peter and the Giant and his nice little chicken fight take place as well. Only unlike in the old game where you had to keep pushing this stupid button crap and stuff, this one you just beat the living daylights out of one another. Till the one is left standing. Oof. Anyways, the game is quite repetitive. You have to do a lot of tasks over and over and over again. Like, for one, if you don't push this button on time, you gotta go back and push it again if you don't get to the next button in time. Or the tasks of, like, in the Greek quad, you have to collect nudie pictures. Yes, naughty pictures of college girls posed nude or in their underwear or whatever. And there's like 15 of them in all you have to collect in order to get a bonus. And money. You have to collect money throughout this every universe in order to activate the online store. Purchase weapon upgrades, health upgrades, so on and so forth. Like I said, the game is good, but not for hardcore gamers. I mean, if you're a hardcore gamer, wants action and all this good stuff, not for you. But if you're just a gamer looking to have fun, it's a fun game to play. So, Family Guy, Back to the Multiverse for the Xbox 360, 8 out of 10. Still a good game. I recommend picking it up if you're just looking to have fun. But if you're a hardcore gamer and don't like this kind of repetitive bullshit, skip it. Okay, and that's it for our show. I'd like to thank Tara Babcock, LivinPink, and Benjamin. I did it again. Benjamin Demuslim Baker. Sorry, Ben. I keep getting tongue-tied when it comes to your name for some reason. And just to make things a little clearer on everything, next week is the 10th episode of the Adventurous Joe Show. Woo, 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 woo. Yes. Okay. Can't wait. I got a lot of good stuff in store. I'm going to see another new movie over the weekend, do a nice review on it, and I've got something special in mind I'm going to be doing for the cosplayers. So if you're a cosplayer and you've checked out the tribute video, I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the hard work you all did, and getting me your pictures and stuff so I could make this video happen for you all. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. This is a great tribute to the cosplayers, and it's already got 98 views. Love it. Also, like I said, I've got something special in mind for the cosplayers, and it's all going to be revealed next week on the 10th exciting episode of the Adventurous Joe Show. 10 episodes, baby. 10! So, until then, I'm your host, Joseph Michaels. We'll see you all next time.